Republicans don't think there should be a trial. They believe that the president should not have been tried while he was still in office, and now that he's not in office, he can't be tried. And so if you mount a violent attack on the U.S. government, including your supporters seemingly being bent on trying to kill the vice president and members of House and the Senate, depending on the timing, it might be okay. They really are cool with this being what their party does right now. It is almost impossible to believe, but that is where they are. And that really is where they are. Tonight, CNN reporting that one of the new Republican members of the House, a Congresswoman named Marjorie Taylor Greene, as recently as 2019, was publicly advocating for the execution of prominent Democrats in this country, including Nancy Pelosi, who she suggested should get a bullet in the head. No sign whatsoever that that will have any impact on Ms. Greene's standing in the Republican Party or in Congress, because that's not weird for the Republican Party anymore. And, you know, often when a party gets voted out of power, like the Republicans just were, they no longer hold the White House or the Senate. Often when that happens in normal politics, you'll see all this reporting, all these headlines about, oh, the party in disarray. This is a very particular and peculiar form of disarray. I mean, this is what appears to still be a political party, but they're not dealing with, like, how do we regroup and address our internal differences and come back to the American people with a newly credible case that we should be governing. No, they're dealing with what we would usually think of as a fringe, violent, extremist, criminal movement. But it is right at the heart of what they are offering the country, and they are really taking great pains to make sure that the leader who drove them fastest and hardest in that direction can run as their standard bearer again in 2024, because they like the way he did it this time. That's more than a party in disarray. That's something where it's very hard to have a stable democracy based on a two-party system if that's one of the two parties, if that's their contention right now. What do we do about our members who are bringing guns onto the floor and saying that the Speaker of the House should have a bullet in her head? And what do we do about our outgoing president who just mounted an armed attack on the Capitol? Should we just make sure that his followers are charged and make sure that he comes back and runs for president again in 2024? I mean, this is not politics, per se. This is a question about the viability of democracy if that's one of the two parties in this country.